Welcome to Capacity TV. My name's Burkitt-Gray. I'm editor-at-large at Capacity Magazine. We're live here at ITW 2022, just outside Washington, D.C., and I'm delighted to be joined by Jim Fagan, who is Chief Strategy and Revenue Officer at GCX. Now, it used to be called Global Cloud Exchange. Are you still Global Cloud Exchange, or are you dropping that?
Well, Alan, thanks for having me. And no, we are still Global Cloud Exchange, but I think GCX rolls off the tongue a little bit better.
It does.
And also, it's a little bit easier to type in your email address versus globalcloudexchange.com every time. So.
And you've got to remember it's X, not EX.
Exactly, which I've done that mistake many times when I told people. So no, but it's it's still same company, same assets, but really looking forward to, I guess, the next evolution.
Well, let's come on to that, because we're talking early May 2022, and you're in the process of being acquired by 3i Infrastructure, which is a UK public investment company. Tell me, when's that going to be completed? What steps have you got to go through?
No, thanks, Alan. So we're really excited about that. So with GCX, when we emerged from bankruptcy, we were our owners were basically the creditors of the company, which were financial institutions as well, but a very different horizon than a long-term investor. And 3i, very well-known infrastructure fund, was very much looking to get into the subsea space, into the managed service network space, and how to develop a platform. And when we've started having discussions with them, and they looked at our asset base, our customers, our teams, then it made sense for them to to use GCX as that platform for their future investment strategy into subsea. So we couldn't be more pleased with that. We're going through our regulatory process right now, so we expect to have that closed out by the end of July and August. And then we'll be working very closely with 3i on how we actually grow and expand the business.
What hoops do you have to jump through for that?
So it depends on where your legal entities are in your regulatory. So we operate assets all around the world, so we have legal entities. Each country has a bit of a different process. A lot of the geopolitical stuff in the world today, they take a look at who actually is funding you, because obviously we run critical infrastructure for the globe. So it goes through different processes. Some countries we finish in a couple weeks, some we finish in a few months, and the U.S. Has put in a little bit, let's say, a few more hurdles, but we're progressing nicely over those and looking to get over the final one here and get this closed out.
Great, good. Well, let's look forward to July and August and hope it goes well. Where are you going to be based in the US after the acquisition, or 3i is based in London?
Yeah, so we kind of have, since kind of GCX and we separated from Arcom, it has been a London headquartered company. Right. And that is where our critical mass is outside of India. We still have a lot of our operations in India. But so London is the headquarters, and we'll remain as headquartered out of London.
So that means you're moving to London?
No. So I will be staying in Austin and doing a lot of Zoom calls and getting on a lot of planes. But
and the branding, are you going to stay with GCX, or is that a decision for later in the year?
With 3i, they one of the things that they were attracted by, and they've been very open to us about, is it's not just the asset. They think that our leadership team, our management team, and the people we have is part of the secret sauce of how we do it. So they want us to stay on, and we're excited about the direction they're going to look to take the company, and we really want to be part of that growth. Good.
And your CEO is Carl Grivner, yes, who you worked with in PacNet, and then he went to Colt, and then he went to GCX. So a famous person in the industry.
And when you get to work with someone that you trust, that actually has great vision, great leadership. It's a fun ride, actually. Okay,
let's come down to some of the things you've been doing while going through this process. You launched a POP in Oman, in Equinix's facility there. What are you seeing in terms of opportunities in Oman? Is it somewhere you've been before?
So we have our Falcon cable system, which goes from Mumbai up through Egypt, but it also lands in every country in the Gulf, including Oman. And it's a Gulf loop. It's a great asset, and what we've seen over the last couple of years is demand in the Middle East picking up quite rapidly. Both the local telecoms are investing in data centers, they're investing in their 5G network, and then we're seeing a big push from the hyperscalers putting their cloud nodes into the region. We're seeing a very big uptick in gaming, for instance. So the Middle East is becoming more and more important, and what we want to do is not just be able to offer our own system, which we do, but by being in Oman at the MC1 facility that Equinix is there, is a lot of those cloud nodes are there, so we want to interconnect with those, but then also a lot of the other terrestrial systems and systems that go in and out of the Middle East are going to be popped there. So it allows us to offer different customer solutions, different routing, and different scale for our customers going forward.
And a lot of diversity of connectivity there, which is obviously really important.
Exactly, and I think that's what, with the Middle East, with with some of the issues that you get with subsea and some others, customers really do want to have that diversity. So so we were actually, yes, and that market's been growing rapidly for us. And so it just made logical sense for us to interconnect in a different location and with more customers and hub it out of there.
Right. What plans have you got for more infrastructure investment in the region?
Yeah, so we're working with 3i on those plans, and I think if you look at, we clearly want to invest in infrastructure. If you look at our network, so we're quite strong in the Middle East. We go up to Europe. We have our FA1 system on the Atlantic, and we have FNOW, which is a North Asia loop. We'd like to, what I like to call, fill in the holes in that network. So, there's a lot of new capacity coming on. I don't think you're going to see GCX go out in the days of us kind of leading a cable consortium and doing new cable. But that being said, on a lot of these new builds, we want to get in at kind of fiber pair level type investment. So Trans-Pacific, we want to break out of Asia into Singapore and then into east into India, which would then actually Chennai, which would give us the loop and interconnect our
Mumbai on the west coast.
Exactly. So we want to kind of fill that network in, and then obviously with that activity in the Middle East, there's been a lot of excitement on the new cables coming in, whether it's 2 Africa Pearls, whether it's CME 6, whether it's Blue Raman. So we want to double down on our strength there. So we want to be part of some of those. We want to get capacity on those. We want to be able to offer, again, resilient, redundant, unique solutions, and utilize our current assets and then build off of that. So that's really the kind of, probably I'd say, the next 12 to 36 month plan.
And a question we've been asking all our Capacity TV people here at ITW: what are your strategic priorities as GCX between now and mid 2023?
Yeah, so I think for us it's how do we get out of where we were with stabilizing the business, and how do we push into growth? And I think the way you grow is with these assets, with the support of 3i coming into new assets, but we want to be more innovative to our customers. So working with them on different solutions, not being so parochial that everything has to be just GCX infrastructure. How do we work with partners? How do we really become more of a solution provider on global connectivity for our customers and building out that platform? So
other carriers should phone you and contact you and talk about opportunities for working together.
Yeah, no, and we've done a couple different routes in the Middle East that we've done, with terrestrial providers there to come out with different ways that augments our system, that allows them to put customers on, allows us to put customers on different routes. So again, it's that partnership, and then for us kind of being that growth in the asset base.
Right, Jim Fagan, Chief Strategy and Revenue Officer of GCX. Thank you for joining us on Capacity TV here at ITW. Thank you.
It's great to actually be back.